Good morning. It is about 7, just past 7, maybe 7:30 now. I've been on my walk for a little while and Sammy's been sniffing around. Say hi, Sam. Sammy. Sammy. What? Yeah, whatever. Busy sniffing, doing stuff. Yeah, just having our walk in the morning, and it's a beautiful morning this morning. It's got that little chill in the air, so let's take this out so I can actually hear my own voice. Yeah, it's got that little nip in the air, which is really lovely, and the sun is just peeking through the through the trees as well, so you've got that lovely little shine. It's just beautiful. And I was just walking along, and I was kind of doing a bit of voyeurism, as you do when you're wandering about in life, looking at the people. And I walk along this area pretty much every morning now, now that we've moved. And I used to do it all the time to this area as well. And it's interesting to see when you walk at different times of the day, the different people that are out and about. I always find that if getting up really early, so before 7 at least, but you know, even earlier, maybe about 6 or 6:30, to go out for the walk and to exercise, there's a whole different type of person that's out at that time in the morning than if I leave, you know, a bit later. If it's, you know, I've had a bit of a lazy start to the morning and I'm not out until, you know, 8 or beyond that. Very different type of person. There's one there. In the morning when it's quite early, what I find is, or you know, I'm making assumptions obviously, but it looks like the people that are out and about, they're actually really out for the purpose of fitness and just to enjoy doing something active. There's no purpose other than they're out to enjoy the air, to enjoy the world, to enjoy the fitness. And you know, there's lots of good mornings along the way. Whereas I find if it's a bit later, there's a lot more dogs, so Sammy gets a bit distracted, and that makes, you know, the walk not as pleasant. But I think, yeah, more people are out walking their dogs a bit later, so it's almost becomes like more of an obligation than a pleasure. And there's not as many good mornings, I find, at that time as well. So I don't know if that's just, you know, my experience, or I'm just noticing something that's not really there, but I just thought it was a bit interesting. And yeah, I thought I'd just kind of stop and say. Sammy's getting all very curious about people walking by. Good morning. Morning. He's very curious. He just wants to say hello. So there's a nice family going for a bit of a walk this morning together, which is really nice to see as well. It's you know, it's a great way of being able to bond with the family. My son this year has decided he wants to ride his bike to school, so we're going to do a bit of a trial, and I'm thinking I might ride my bike with him and my daughter for a little bit until they get used to it. So that'll be a big challenge for me, because I'm not overly a bike rider. I like to walk and walk and think and listen to books. And you know, the book I'm listening to at the moment is called A Curious Mind, which is I'm going to have to move because Sam's getting impatient with me. So it's called A Curious Mind, and I've just started it. It's by the Hollywood producer and director. Anyway, he created like Splash and Apollo 13 and all sorts of things. Well, he's written a book called A Curious Mind, and it really is all about curiosity. So I will talk more about that a bit later. But anyway, I'm going to sign off now and say goodbye and get back to my book and get back to my walk, and we'll see you again tomorrow. See you later.